Alright, man, we back. Now I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit of history about moi. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite games that I used to play was Tak, the Power of Juju. You know what I'm saying? Well, Tak and the Power of Juju. I used to play that game all the time, bro. I used to play that game all the time on the PlayStation 2, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, when it comes to movies, cartoons, video games, see, the thing about these movies, cartoons, video games, and all of that, it does resonate with real life because a thought is not usually made up. It's based off of something that has usually happened in real life, in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about what I realized. Like, I remember when my mom's, right, we used to watch a bunch of movies together. We used to watch movies all the time together, right? And there will be certain times in certain movies where, you know, you hear like a quote or you see a scene or something like that, and she would go, what Marlon Wayans used to say in that one movie used to be like, message. You know what I'm saying? There was always like a message in the movie or something that happens in the movie that's usually based on some real life things that has happened for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is usually, it is hidden, but things resonate with real people. You know what I'm saying? Things really do. So we finna talk about this. We finna go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and press record. Tak, the Power of Juju, is a story about a young shaman apprentice named Tak who uses the magic of the Jujus to protect his village, the Pupununu. The Pupununu. Here's a breakdown of the core story elements related to the power of Juju, right? Okay, this is another story behind me. I already knew I grew up in a family that had witches in my family. I'm already knowing that. You know, that's like I feel like that's the dark side to my upbringing, because I have had a lot of things that happened to me throughout my life that made me realize that I was in something bigger than I thought it was. You feel me? But me turning around a new leaf, you know what I'm saying, it made me go to the light and really have to understand myself. I had to accept myself, you know what I'm saying, for who I was and the things that I enjoy and like, to understand, you know, the power you have within. You know, I had to go to God to understand myself, if that makes sense, you know. I'm not saying that I'm the goody two shoes or the most perfect person in the world, but the thing is, I do try to be as perfect. Well, now let me not say that, because I try to be a good person. I don't try to be perfect. I just try to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing bad about, I don't even call this bad. The only thing bad is I like to smoke tree, but I haven't smoked any tree in a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, and I don't even call that bad. When it comes to what I'm saying is, I don't even believe that people that go to jail for that should go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? If it's just that and only that, I feel like they should all be released. Like, for real. Like, I feel like they should be released, because it's stupid. All that is doing is just extra money for the jail or the extra money for the government. You know, that's like, it's almost like a setup. You know, it's a setup. You feel me? In my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that thing, that one thing, just that one charge or whatever like that, I feel like that could be just, like, a lot of people should just be let go for that, because it doesn't, it's not something that I feel like, in my eyes, you shouldn't go to jail for. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, but that's a whole nother subject. I'll have to get on another tangent with that. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that in a whole nother video. But we finna go ahead and keep going. But this situation had made me like a hybrid of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way I can put it in order to have you understand what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying, bro. Because, and this might relate to you too, because not only that it says the power of Juju, I know somebody that we call Juju. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot to this, right? The Jujus as a source of power. The Jujus are magical beings from another dimension, the source of Tak's magical ability. Tak's connection to the Jujus is amplified or implied to stem from his mother, Aurora, a Juju herself, who created a magical crystal that powers Tak's staff. Tak can communicate with a draw power from the Jujus to cast spells and use magic. Now, one thing I'm like I'm just walking magic. I don't do any casting spells or anything like that, or I don't be doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just let it flow how it flows. Now, if I just so happen to do that without, like, I'm a walking magic spell. You feel me? Like, I started understanding that about myself the more I started looking back at my life and how it went and how I was brought up and how things turned out good or how things turned out bad based on my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about your mindset. It's all in the mind, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, Tak's role and responsibility. Tak is a shaman apprentice tasked with protecting his village, the Pupununu. I'm gonna say the Pupununu, and meditating between them and the Jujus. His position puts him in a unique role where he can tap into the Juju's magic for the benefit of his people. However, he's also prone to misusing his powers, often creating the very problems he is trying to solve. Welcome to my life, you know what I'm saying, type deal. This don't also resonate with just me. This resonates with a lot of others, and I know it does because it's not just one me. The nature of Juju magic. Juju magic is diverse and powerful, capable of creating helpful or harmful outcomes depending on the user's intentions and skill. What have I been talking about this whole time about bad intentions and good intentions? Okay. The magic is not always straightforward, and Tak's impulsive nature combined with Juju's sometimes vague guidance can lead to unpredictable results. Despite the potential for mishap, Tak's use of Juju magic is ultimately crucial in facing threats and protecting his village. When you're not taught something or you didn't know something behind all of this, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever your family or whatever try to keep you from knowing something and you find out anyway and they still don't really tell you anything, it's like, of course you gonna misuse your power or don't know how to handle it or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to like slowly learn like what's going on, you know? I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. In essence, Tak in the Power of Juju explores the concept of power, responsibility, and the often chaotic nature of magic. It's a story about a young boy learning to control his abilities and use them for the greater good despite his own mischievous nature and the unpredictable nature of the magic he wields. Okay, in Tak in the Power of Juju, a young jungle boy named Tak, voiced by Hal Sparks, uses his unique ability communicating with magical beings to improve on the traditional bad luck of his native village, Pupununu. Specifically, when this came to my head, right, I was in meditation. I was listening to I was doing my Indian meditation at the time, and this is exactly what came to my head, like instantly. This is exactly what came to my head. Like, I was chilling and I was hearing it, and then next thing you know, boom, download. Like, it was crazy. I was like, okay, yeah. And then it just made me, it was almost like I went back into a vision of me playing that game, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So what is the power of Juju? Juju powers are special magical powers that have the powers of the Juju. In the original game, these powers are obtained by finding little tablets that have the powers in them. To do this, one must have a spirit rattle and Juju vision. Go back through my videos. Just go back through my videos, yo. Just go back through my videos. Okay, look at this. What is the power of the Emperor Eye? Is a term referring to the eyes with the observational ability to accurately predict the future. The user has the ability to predict the movements of the opponents. What is the Black Emperor's ability? See, I haven't played this game in a long time, so this is wild to even talk about. It says transform order into disorder, have light turned into shadow, make noises shift to silence, mouths transform into nostrils, a lack of people become a crowd, and death reversed to life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this is a part of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, let's say, who is the bad guy attacking the power of Juju? In the power of Juju, the main antagonist is Talalok, an evil shaman who seeks to overthrow Jibolba and become the high shaman of the Pupanunu people. He is motivated by resentment and a desire for power, and he uses his magic to transform the Pupanunu into sheep and steal the moonstones, which are essential for protecting them. You get what I'm saying? Welcome to my life. A Juju, what is a Juju amulet? I hope I said that right. Juju, an object that has been deliberately infused with magical power or the magical power itself. It also can refer to the belief system involving the use of Juju. Juju is practiced in West African countries such as Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and Ghana, although its assumptions are shared by most African people. See, when you young, it doesn't resonate because you just having fun playing the game. But when you get older and you realize this is real, when you realize how real it really is, and it's based off of real life things that happen, then you have a better understanding of yourself. This is literally like me showing y'all really like divine alignment and right in front of your face, and I'm just showing y'all like what's also part of my DNA as well, and it might also resonate with you in a way, especially if you have played this game before. You get what I'm saying? So me actually reading about this is crazy. And like, I remember playing the game, right? Playing this game, there was a part where you could snowboard in the desert. And like, snowboards are usually made for like the snow, right? But you're snowing in the desert. But you're snowboarding in the desert. You feel me? Like, that's wild. And it was also a TV series too. That's crazy. I forgot that it was actually a TV series also. I forgot about that. See, Juju, it says, is Juju the same as voodoo? Actually, it seems that it's not voodoo that is to blame for the curses that are conjured in order to harm, kill, or enslave people. But Juju, according to Afroquad.com, Juju comes from the traditional African religion popular known as voodoo. So that's what goes back to bad intentions and good intentions, and that's what, like, when it comes to somebody that is innocent, if you try to do voodoo on them, it will backfire because they are protected. You get what I'm saying? And that usually happens when it comes to people playing in the witchcraft and stuff like that. If you know that somebody, you know how they say when it comes to guys anointed, like, don't touch my anointed. So if you try to do voodoo or any type of magic or anything on a spiritual being that is like literally innocent, literally doesn't even know what's going on, of course it's gonna backfire, especially if that person has been doing the work. And then the thing is, especially if they're not scared or in fear of anything like that, it's definitely gonna backfire, you know what I'm saying? Or me as an empath, right? Since I can feel and everything, I can know when to do whatever protections that I need to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? And your protection can be simply as cleaning your house, or saging your room, saging around your house. You know what I'm saying? Drinking water, meditation, prayer. You understand me? Exercising. That it can be any form of doing good for yourself. That's why self-love is really important when it comes to people trying to do bad things to you or have bad intentions when it comes to whatever they're doing. Because some people really direct it towards other people, and those are like, I don't want to call them bad people, but they just have the wrong mindset when it comes to magic as well. I don't do any of that, but I don't direct nothing towards anybody when it comes to, I really be focused on myself and learning about these things, because I know that I grew up in something that had me had to learn that. It makes sense. It makes sense. It really does. It makes sense, because whatever it was, like, hey, it was something that I had to learn. Okay, what are the moonstones intact in the power of Juju? When the warrior Loke is turned into a sheep, Tak is sent on a variety of quests to save the village. In the end, he is sent to get the 3 moonstones at Mountaintop North, the Sun Temple, and the Chicken Temple. What? This is crazy! Yo, and then it got the 3, yo. What was I telling? Go back through my channel, bro. What was I telling y'all? See, this is what happens whenever you wake up, right? You have a spiritual awakening, you wake up and you realize that you was actually being attacked, and then it backfires because you were born into, I'm like Edward from Twilight, but I'm also like Jacob as well. That's what I mean by, like, I'm a hybrid. You get what I'm saying? It'll make sense at the end of the day. You'll really understand. Just go back and watch those movies. Go back and watch this TV series and everything. Everything has a timeline to it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this, right? We're all simultaneously living the same life, different timelines, but the same, but no, different structures, but the same timelines. Not only like astrologically, but cosmology. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how it's set up. Like, it's set up like that. It's like we simultaneously living the same thing, just a different structure and how it's set up, depending on like what timeline you in your reality. Because spiritual birth, it's like this. Have you ever been going through something and then you hit somebody up on the phone and they're going through the exact same thing? Or you buy something, right? Like, you buy something and then you run into somebody that has on the exact, like, same shirt or same shoes or whatever like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like y'all were on the same, like, timeline mindset type thing. That's the only way I can put it. That's the only example I can give y'all on that one. You know what I'm saying? Or like you go and get some food somewhere, and then you talk to somebody like some other day, and then they be like, oh, I just went there like the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. It works like that. The more you meditate and become more aware of things, you'll actually see that in your reality. You know? And me having to go through what I had went through, it was almost like, as I said, it pushed me into that route. So I literally had to learn how to understand it and understand that, and also keep going with my career and things like that, and not get too overwhelmed by the fact that I'm really this powerful. No bragging. No bragging. No bragging. I'm not bragging. It's the fact that I really do have the power of, like, it feels like, how can I explain it? Like, and then when it comes to the whole witch thing, I'm a good witch. I was born into something that I didn't understand, but it's like the fact that I'm a good witch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them. It's hard to explain because I'm a hybrid. So it's like, oh, he a witch. Oh my God. Like, oh, we gonna have to stay away from him. But it's more like, I'm not bothering none of y'all. I'm really just trying to figure out, like why did this happen? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did this happen? And yeah. So it makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to y'all, bro. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna read this too. Go back through my videos now. Tak is a 2-player abstract strategy game. The first existed fictionally within Patrick Rothfuss's fantasy trilogy, The King Killer Chronicle, before being brought to life by James Ernest in collaboration with Rothfuss and published by Cheap Pass Games in 2016. It says, what is Juju slang for? It generally refers to a supernatural force often associated with good luck or a powerful aura. It can also mean a marijuana, cigarette, or joint. That's crazy! Let's go! Additionally, it can refer to the music genre Juju, or the dance popularized by the song Juju on the beat. Hey, Juju on the beat. Hey, Juju on the beat. Hey, no wonder I like doing that so much. Hey, no wonder I like doing that move so much. That's crazy. It says positive or negative supernatural force. Juju can describe a magnetic or charismatic energy, either positive, good juju, or negative, bad juju. Marijuana and slang. Juju can also refer to a joint or marijuana. Juju is a West African music genre, often guitar and drum based. Oh, this explains everything. Why I like guitar so much. Why I like the guitar sound so much, and why, you know, I really rock with drums. I really like drums. Okay. Because I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to play the drums, but I think I just always enjoyed the sound of these things, right? Okay, it says the term has historical roots in West African beliefs about magic, luck, and fortune. Okay, and another thing too, if you ever noticed when you were young, right? When you were young, I'm about to be done with this video, but when you were young, right? You remember, okay, the sky is clear, and it's only the sun, and it's like the hottest part of the day. Have you ever noticed that if you really listen, I know there'd be a bunch of stuff going on, cars going everywhere and stuff like that, so it's hard to really listen. But the sun actually makes a sound. It's very subtle, but the sun makes a sound. Have you ever watched one of those movies where they have like the sun beaming down and it's hot, and you hear the like, it's like a subtle like that's a frequency. But yeah, that is a frequency, y'all. Okay, I think we good. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this. You feel me? We out. As I said, this was one of my favorite games growing up. You know, just thinking about it, it just like it brings back a lot of memories. But I'm glad I can talk to y'all about this, and it actually correlates with real life. Just like I said, everything is like a dimension, so I can pull something from a dimension and put it out into real life. Just like how when you think up here and you have a thought, you're able to pull that thought and put it out in real life. So everything is like that. Everything is like that. We all work like that. We're all connected in some type of form or fashion. And I love y'all. We out.